The speedrun starts with identifying the loot. If we're doing this with my hosting, that means that we'll need to split. Most likely the guard, which you need to hack the phone from, is going to spawn somewhere here or at the Del Perro place. It might also be here, but that's not a big difference between these. You'll be heading at the casino right away and stay there in first person near the entrance so that you can enter it right after I hack his phone. Therefore, I'll make my way back to the arcade once you finish the mission. So now I'm gonna tell you a couple of things you probably already know. I'm just gonna say them. First off, when you spawn probably in first person, it's faster movement. There are 4 possible places where you can hack it. The closest one possible with the RNG is near the cashier, which I fortunately got, but also there's one in restaurants, the horse track race, and one near the door over here. So once you're in, there are 6 different cameras, and at the right corner, right top corner, you see which camera is shown. It's best if it's close to 1, it's like 06, you might want to press the left button and change the camera. If it's on 4, then doesn't matter, you can go whatever way. And the loot also doesn't matter because we'll be taking only 150k because that's the minimum amount we need. With artwork it's even better because we can just take 1 painting and then leave the vault immediately. After you leave the casino, I'll be waiting at the arcade. I'll be ready to start the next mission. It probably will be hacking, so I suggest you stay somewhere in the middle of the city near the Maze Bank Tower, for example. When we finish the first mission, you'll be with your oppressor somewhere here. And I'll be waiting at my arcade, with the next mission are going to be the security passes. And as you know, there are 2 possible ways this is going. First one, you have to take out 2 guards. The first option is them spawning somewhere here and the other guy at the motel. In this case scenario, I'll be going for the one that's over here. You'll go to the one on the west side. It should be a pretty fair mission, but there's also spawn possible. That one is here, and the other ones is way up north, somewhere near even the airfield at Sandy Shores. And when it comes out to this, you'll be going to the one up north. And once the mission is finished, because we only need to leave the area after finishing it, I'll start the mission with laser drills because they'll be in the middle of the map. So let's say we finish the security passes mission and you're somewhere here. I start the mission with the laser drills, and there are 2 possible spawns with the Clifford guys. One is over here near the military base. The second one is more at the not here. The second was more at the south, I think, near this place. Well, those are the Clifford guys. We're gonna shoot them up with just the oppressor high above, because they have one guy with a heavy machine gun. The other is the military guys. Well, it's possible to have it in the base. The second option is at this airfield, and they can even spawn somewhere here at the at this place. Yeah, somewhere here. I'll go to it because I'll have it closer. Blow up the place. The military has a to these trucks with heavy machine guns. They are also quite strong, but they die for one shot with the rocket, so I'm gonna use the oppressor for that. And then we're gonna make our way back, but the police are gonna be chasing us, so for any time the police are on us, I want you to go to this place, which is near the tunnel I usually hide in. It's also on the sewers place, so you can like use the quick job at the end of the casino, like the low buyer, and he'll spawn somewhere at this area. This is the worst one possible, near the tattoo shop, and the best one is near this ammunition. I'm gonna talk about that later. In case it's the first scenario with the guys spawning here and here, you know, the security passes, then we'll both head to the arcade. I mean, you can still stay in the center of the city, it's much better, and we'll do the weapons right away. And there are 4 possible outcomes. One is with news fans spawning all the way up north. We don't want that. And the other one is where there are Vagos stationed in Paleto Bay, which is also completely out of our goal. That way, that's the reason the only 2 missions we'll be doing is when there are guys offshore over here. You'll be doing that. I'll explain it to you later. You know, so I can have a quick go to the arcade, because you'll be flying the plane all the way to Blaine County. And the second option is much better, in my opinion. We'll be going to some Vago MC Club in the station over here, which is like very close to my base, so that's the best RNG we would have get. But if we get this mission too, we're still continuing the run. Actually, I changed my mind. We're not doing that offshore shipment with the plane. I calculated that the time spent on it was above 1 minute more than if we got just these Vagos, which are basically next to my base. So we need to get this RNG. Sadly, it's one of only 4 missions, which means we'll have to get the perfect RNG. Therefore, you'll be waiting somewhere here, and if I get the mission happily 1 out of 4 times, then you'll go here, shoot up the place. Gotta watch out inside by that place with the bed. There's a guy behind the wall with a shotgun. He can kill you with 1 hit. And then we'll be just heading back to base. The rest should be pretty easy. And if we get the hacking one, we can even try the one with the news. I want to test it out with you. If we can, like, you get the pass and then I'll go straight up to the news headquarters. If we can do that, that's gonna be great, but we'll probably do it in the other way, because if I take the passes, that means I'll be able to go straight to base, but you'll have to lose the cops anyway, so we can switch. So as I said before, the hardest mission are going to be the laser drills, because we'll need to break to a random place. Thankfully, most of the locations in which they can spawn are pretty much the same. They're between the Los Santos and, the San Andreas and Blaine County border. You know, the military base, and the rest are just folks from the Clifford Agency. If you get the one at the south, no problem. I'll be close to the arcade, so I'll deal with them, and you'll just pick up the second one. We'll have to lose the cops, obviously, if we want to fight the military, but there's that tunnel that I spoke about, which you can escape them easily. The rest is completely self-explanatory, because if we get the Vagos, which is like 1 out of 4 times, there shouldn't be a problem with the vehicles, because most of their spawns are perfect, except the one that there's in the Sandy Shores race. If we get that, we can still try to do that. We're gonna lose a bit of time. But if it spawns at Paleto Bay, we are totally not doing that, because it's way too far, and we're gonna have to reset the run, sadly. But hopefully it's not gonna be that spawn. And with the hacking device, I'm gonna test, because there's a 50-50. You can either get the FIB or the news headquarters, and therefore we can split, so I can access the news base, and there's the Trackify app there activated. I didn't know that before. And the FIB, it's pretty simple. I could even do it myself, but you need to collect the FIB pass even before me. Okay, with the access cards we can either get Bolingbroke, which if we get, we need to reset the run sadly. And if we get the 2 guards, we are doing it right away no matter what the spawn is. You obviously are going to the guy that's further away because you only have to escape the area once you finish. The patrol routes and the access card are going to be all bought by me. That's allowed in the run. And when we finish all of that, we do the nano drones. You're gonna go somewhere up north where there are more of them. I'm gonna take the ones out closer to the arcade near Davis. Their spawn isn't always the same, so I won't mark it on the map. Yeah, and when we finish that, we should be ready to go.